Welcome everyone to week two of season two of the League of Barons. For tonight's matchup, we have got two fellow Barons, Connor Curry on our left and Gonzo Herrero Munoz on our right. Joining me tonight will be Charlie Hicks. That's you. And John Huck. So, gentlemen, if you would, do me a favor. Tell you what, John, you want to take a crack at Connor's list? And Charlie, apologies. I realized I gave the list of the decimator to it to the wrong person here. But Charlie, you want to take a look at Gonzo's list and maybe give a little full rundown here? It certainly makes them some pretty intimidating aces for Gonzo. So, gentlemen, how do you think? I know, actually, I think in the initial setup, John, you actually made a comment about the gas cloud placement that we were looking at here. How do you think that's going to influence the game? Right, yeah.
Something's off with my audio.
Well, that could definitely be a real issue for Gonzo trying to punch through some of these three dice, three agility ships. Obviously, Conor maybe not having the same problem going against a zero agility decimator on the other side.
Yeah, I'll tell you, looking at this, the real concern is that, of course, he's got initiative parity for Gonzo, so he can lead off with Fifth Brother taking that mag pulse and just going ahead and ripping that reinforced right off. So, I mean, immediately you've got a danger here, and I'm concerned with his spacing because you really want these tie advances to jump in there to truly threaten Fifth Brother and basically say, you can take your target lock, but we're going to punish you for it. And if Gonzo gets in here pretty fast, it's going to get bloody.
Yeah, that's a real fair point. Actually, just totally spaced when y'all were discussing the list, but the Magpul missile was there on Connor's list. Or sorry, Gonzo's list. I'm just gonna get them straight. We got a little empire on empire here. I'm having a real hard time keeping them straight. That's a good point about Connor's spacing. That's something I had noticed on Gonzo's list with the Magpul missile being there. That reinforced can be removed pretty easily.
Yeah, so that's the growing concern, and especially looking at these opening engagements with his flankers, he's way out there. And I know that you kind of have to when you're positioning your low initiative guys and everything like that, but I would have really liked to have seen these guys kind of turn the jets on and negotiate this. Maybe just devil may care getting through there with don't worry about the clouds, just get your speed. But I don't know. This is going to be really interesting. It depends on if Gonzo sees this vulnerability and exploits it, because this could be, like I said, pretty violent coming up.
That is definitely the truth.
And the round one, they forgot to suck both the rulers.
So
Yeah, that's true. We've got some rules out there. Cool.
Little faux pas. I think we're going to go ahead and get that corrected.
Yeah, just just trying to get a little free measurement out there. No big foul.
It's if it's shared information, then it's fine.
If everybody gets it, then nobody gets it. That's not how it works.
Okay.
Well, I think we're starting to see maybe some of the fears realized here on the spacings, because obviously Gonzo's list is very packed in, despite being a bunch of aces. He's very tight packed, moving down this board edge, and Patrol Leader out here just prepared for the joust.
Now I will say, Conor is definitely, he's put enough mileage into this where he kind of understands the nuts and bolts. I don't know if he understands the clear and present threat that the mag pulse is going to be pointed at, but if he picks that up, then a 4 straight here does cause a cascading bump for a lot of these dudes. It might not catch Fifth Brother, but he'll definitely get cascading bumps if he's doing the minimum 2 straight to kind of trim his distance for the joust. Then he can very easily disrupt that.
Yeah, I'll say I could definitely see that, as we just had the first measurement there at the end of the round, and Conor did space it out there so that he was just outside of range 3 of the interceptors. So this is like Charlie, like you were saying, this is your chance for the clinch and for the yellow and green tie advance to kind of make up some ground.
Yep.
Of course, I'm wondering if Conor is trying to flank this list and see if they can't get to the backside of Fifth Brother. Hopefully before losing the decimator with Vader and 000.
I mean, I think at this point, when you see your distances like this, I think you just throw Vader in there, devil may care, because you're going to catch something on your grill probably, unless Gonzo just ends up doing 3 banks everywhere and just goes all in for this TIE fighter. I don't see that happening. Like, he wants that decimator, he wants blood, and so I mean, again, the troubling thing is Conor's positioning. These flankers are ineffectual, and they're going to be ineffectual for this next round, and maybe even the round after that. So he's putting himself on an island with 2 ships engaging 5. So even if it's not necessarily ideal for Gonzo, that's still a little bit dicey.
Yeah, and obviously, I'm just I'm gonna come back to it and harp on it, because you mentioned it early on, Charlie, that all of Gonzo's list moves after all of Conor's list here. So I am really looking for a block for Patrol Leader here, just to stay alive, stay in the game, slide past, and maybe get some shots on the backside. I'm real interested to see how they actually approach that clinch. And I do, to John's point, I do think yellow is probably going to swing around on some kind of flank, but I think that red and green are kind of committed to the middle of the board at this point.
Yeah, and the green would. What's the fastest on the V? Is it a 4 straight, or do they get the 5?
They have 5 straight.
I do believe they have the 5, but I might just toss a dial out there just so if I can remember where that button is.
Yeah, because if
Believe it or
nothing,
not,
yeah, because for Conor's green tie events, he would have to go like full speed gunning it to try to make it to that list, whereas yellow's going to take maybe 2 or 3 turns to be able to catch up to the list. as is.
They do have the 5 straight. I actually just tossed up on the board for the viewers.
Yeah, I caught it at the second there.
But it looks like we're getting dials set here. Maybe just a little debate here for Gonzo on the last few.
Looks like he's changing his mind on a couple of them.
Well, it's better that he changes his mind now than, once the play is going. I mean, we don't like seeing dials spun around on string.
Yeah, I think the real thing here is, I mean, like we said, it's whether or not he catches Fifth Brother on his grill. I think the spacing is correct on this, to where if he did a 2 straight, and let's assume the patrol leader did a 4 straight, there's still going to be gap. They'll have engagement, but as far as these other guys,
surely not. You think the patrol leader and Fifth Brother won't bump on a 4 straight and a 2 straight?
no, I think there's going to be gap on that. It's not going to be much, but there'll be a little bit.
We're gonna find out, but I think that's a pretty solid. Well, maybe not. The more I stare at it,
Nah. There's a ship space and a half between that.
Yeah, of course, you don't have native boost on a decimator, and you don't have any way to put a boost on a decimator these days. So
sad. Worst edition of X-Wing ever. I hate it.
So we've got a 3 bank here for Conor's initial move. Obviously, that's not going to get green in range of anything.
Yeah, he's just playing for the positioning game. I wouldn't. Oh, I'm actually surprised. I thought he might have even barrel rolled over there to give himself a little bit of play.
Yeah, but you don't want to get going too quickly.
Okay.
Oh, there's a barrel. Okay, we're gonna link into it. It's not Darth Vader, so if you want to link actions, you have to actually pay the stress cost.
Yeah, have your cake and eat it. Sure, why not?
Oh, and on the cloud.
Oh, 3 hard turns for yellow. Our first party foul here.
Yep.
And that will be a strain and a loss of action. But I mean, not a consequence this turn, but he's gonna have to fly over that again next turn.
Yeah, it's I mean, it just depends. I think that's like he would have otherwise had engagement this next turn, possibly, but you can mitigate that. All right, now let's see if he's bold and takes the target lock. Oh, he is.
That's a measure. Target lock's coming down. Looks like he's got 2 options.
He would have really liked to have gotten the Fifth Brother on that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, would he go for the red interceptor?
Yeah, I mean, like, putting advanced targeting computer on an unshielded TIE interceptor is a good consolation prize, but you really want to bully Fifth Brother right now to make him think really hard about taking that target lock. And yep, here comes the 4 straight. Oh yeah, that'll fit for days.
I would say watch Gonzo do Bunny House, but I don't think the interceptor has a 1 straight.
Nope. And Conor definitely knows that. Trying to see his spacing for this green tie. Yeah, he's going to catch both of those guys, assuming they did the 2 straight.
Yep. Now, what would you think if a Decimator had the static discharge vangs, where it can deal 1 damage to any ship that's touching it?
I think that's an illicit.
Oh, it is. Yeah. I thought there was a mod.
Don't quote me on that. I've literally used discharge vangs once. So let me actually double check on that.
Well, that was like the first bump. Okay, you're going to see Conor hoping for the first of many bumps here.
Life comes at you pretty fast. Watch out, Ties.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
And green says, I'm gonna go this way now.
All right, I like it. I like it.
You know, if that's something the foreshadowing here of the other maneuvers that Gonzo dialed in, this could be a real interesting round.
Yeah, this will be. There's some potential here. Let's see how he maneuvers. I'm curious if he's going to try to position with this guy to give him a little bit of space. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's considering his tokens.
To give it a little space, and you don't have a whole lot of options available for green. No barrel rolls, it looks like.
No, but you can
focus
boost
boot.
up to give yourself some headspace for red to come in. If assuming that you are just rolling that entire flank and going over there harassing red, which is not a bad idea.
Maybe a boost here out of green. Got the focus.
Let's see if he does it.
Yeah, he's thinking about it.
Yeah,
he is. He's hovering right. Yeah. Oh, he's thinking.
Where are we going, Gonzo?
Choose violence.
No, not like this. Wait.
Oh no.
Ooh, I don't think he has a shot now.
Did he just cost a shot? We're gonna zoom on in.
Ooh. I think that took him out of the game. Yeah, I hate to see that. Okay. Yeah.
Well, he definitely made space for red.
True.
Mission accomplished on that one.
Right. Huh. Okay.
And a barrel roll. Interesting.
And oh, there he goes.
Yep. Saw the missing stress. Keeping the game state straight.
And
yep.
There's your two straight. All right.
All right. Now, do you accept the free damage on Fifth Brother, or do you not do that?
Yeah, that's really tough. Vader Crew makes this really awkward to just sit here. But I don't know. Do you have a whole lot of other choices here?
I don't think the calculus is that tough. I think you go ahead and defensively token. If you had 3 or 4 of your Fel Juniors over here with focuses and everything, guns to bear, then yeah, you just go ahead and take one in the mouth and just say, okay, I'm just going to trade that for your reinforce, and then we're going to really have a good time. But here, nah, live, choose life.
Now is Mag Pulse? Okay. Mag Pulse is 1 to 3. I guess that's a little bit of a new card. Haven't paid a whole lot of attention to it. So that will be able to pop that.
I've played a couple of these games, and so I've gotten to see the permutations, and it's situationally nasty. So yeah.
Oh, that's fair. You and Gonzo have tested this out a little bit.
Oh yeah. And I mean, obviously, I frame everything in my X-Wing experience from a decimator perspective, and I was like, don't like it.
It's like chocolate or rain.
Yeah, no, don't like.
It does look like he's still weighing his actions there on Fifth Brother.
So probably good to keep in mind of what his links are. So he's got to decide if he's willing to do a reposition, which would be the barrel roll. Well, okay, I don't think that really buys you anything, dog. But
well,
or maybe just
cost you the Mag Pulse, doesn't it?
He wasn't going to Mag Pulse. There's no way. No, Gonzo's thinking with his noodle.
Oh wow,
and that fits. Wow, that is let's zoom in on that one right That is a brave two fingers.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that is. Whew, I can't believe that fit. Just a little bit of space.
Yeah, no one to hold them, no one to fold them, man. So this is now officially interesting. So now, like, you're in a good position to just dogpile on this Tempest guy over here. So because he's not defensively tokened up, he chose offense. So you've got 3 guns on him, maybe. And I doubt it, but maybe 4 guns.
I'm sorry, Charlie. I have to correct you slightly there. He did not choose offense. He chose violence.
Balance.
It just may happen that the violence is going to be delivered to him.
That is true. I had a missed opportunity on my memes, unfortunately. So but we're gonna see Toot Sweet how it goes.
So yeah, I mean, Gonzo's got a couple of good shots on that Tempest for sure, especially with a couple of reasons.
You just got to play this like Hamilton. Don't throw away your shot on the decimator.
Okay, so there's your 000.
All right. Wow, that's brutal.
Oh, wait, no, there we go. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That's nuts.
Don't give yourself a free panic pilot, please.
on your most important piece in your list.
Right.
Also, the only one that has shields on his list.
Who we getting? Okay. Gonna try to chip into Fifth Brother's force potential over here. I don't hate it.
Looks like that's going to be the focus one. He's still debating it.
Why are you debating it?
I think you just spend here, right?
You spend.
You don't want to give up a quarter of your. There we go.
Yeah.
So now we'll see what kind of action we get going here. Obviously, Gonzo's ships are all going to fire ahead of time. Nothing from Brown. Go figure.
You figure?
Yeah.
I am really curious. I really want to see what Green shows, if Green actually managed to keep an arc.
Yeah. I like holding that one in reserve until last.
So it looks like Fifth Brother does have the range 2-shot to red here. Or obviously the range 1.
That you just go ahead and take the dice. I wouldn't even mod it. I mean, if you get to that weird point where you could potentially pile on the crit with Fifth Brother's ability, I might consider that. But
it looks like he's going after the red one.
Oh yeah.
I think Tempest is the right call here. You got the most guns on the Tempest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And throwing 3 dice into a reinforce, that feels bad.
Doesn't feel as bad as that though.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, man.
So we're not gonna dip into the force pool just yet.
Hit. Oh wait, wrong faction.
Heroic.
There we go. I was like, hey, wait, wrong faction.
Dial in from downtown.
Looking at it here from yellow, so range 3 out to that.
Oh, crack shot is live, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, yes it is.
Oh yeah,
just barely.
You know what? He's gonna have 2 crack shots in play on this.
Oof. Do you spend?
Oh yeah, you're right, from the red.
Yeah, you spin. Go ahead and
2
Punish
hits
him.
going 4 greens.
Punish him for his hubris. Oh, gross.
That's good.
You do not.
It's not a punishment.
Save it for later.
If yellow
JK.
dies in this shot and doesn't get to spin a crack shot, it's going to feel real bad. So Charlie, how about your 2 crack shot prediction? Now we're down to 1 crack shot.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like catching these tempests when they're not focused up is a good chance to deliver some beating. And I don't know. I'm down to it though.
We have a hit crit here. I see no reason not to spend that focus.
Spin.
Especially when crits on the table, because he's gonna have to roll pretty much perf to
Do you spin?
That was almost perfect. So looks like
there we go.
He spins. He spins.
Oh yeah. So he prevents the crit, but yeah, that's not bad.
After the all important.
Yeah, we'll see about the green here.
I don't think it's gonna happen, folks.
No targets.
Oh man.
If he had only boosted straight, he would have had another shot with crack. With the crack shot option.
Third crack shot opportunity. That would have been really pretty.
Oh man, just a conga line of crack shots. Oof.
Yeah. Seeing it from that way, it really makes the bank boost hurt really hard because the crack shot, I don't know, maybe Gonzo just didn't feel the crack shot there, know that it was on there because the straight boost probably had it. But it does let everyone see a range 3 from Green Tempest here. No target lock in place, so just the 2 dice versus 4. And just the 1 hit. Gonzo's reply is safe.
Reciprocal. All right.
Really?
So it looks like we've got red and patrol leader still to shoot.
I think you just go ahead and try your shot with patrol leader into fifth brother, and then decide if you're gonna. Well, no, we're just gonna go ahead and play our options immediately with red over here.
Well, I think you've got a target lock on red. He has no mod here. If you could potentially just kill an interceptor.
Yeah, I mean the rationale there. I mean, if for whatever reason that you throw 4 paint into fifth brother and he either blanks or you make him cough up all of his force, that changes the calculus a little bit.
That was almost a blank. So 1 crit.
Now.
Not even modify.
He's spinning the lock. I was wondering if he was going to just do FCS.
Ooh.
Yeah, that really kind of hurts because you didn't even have an opportunity to flip another crit, so it's just going to be the 2 crits.
And one is going to go through.
So that should certainly help Conor a little bit. See what we pull here.
What should be feel like?
I mean, I think we're pumping for Panicked Pilot or Direct Hit here for Conor.
Console Fire.
Loop Stabilizer is also a dark horse, but it's console fire.
So that's going to be console fire onto the Red Saber Squadron. Who spent their crack shot? Red also spent his crack shot this turn, so let's fix that as well.
Yep.
Looks like Conor's looking for the yellow interceptor here with patrol leader.
Ooh. And might survive. Might.
So hitting a crit going into yellow here.
Yep.
So if we pull direct hit,
Oh, we went to yellow. Oh.
Yeah, there's a fuel leak.
Ooh. Other ship.
Other ship.
there we go. There, they'll get it. So yellow takes 2 and puts a fuel leak with it, which is basically a pointless card. We're already 1 away from death. No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Man. So that exchange definitely goes Conor's way, but man, it could have very easily gone Gonzo's way. So you got to feel like some of it was self-inflicted. I mean, obviously that boost did him no favors, but some of it is just capriciousness of dice. But I think what we're going to be looking at from here on, the momentum is probably going to keep on Gonzo's side for at least the next round.
Yeah, I mean, yellow is not relevant this next turn. He's going to lose his action, maybe take another strain. Red, if red turns around, you burned your lock that turn, so you won't have a mod. So green here could be setting up, Green Tempest could be setting up here to face the Conga line of interceptors that Red Tempest narrowly avoided.
Yeah. And probably if you're looking at yellow over here, I would say, I mean, no need to get bravado at this point. Just cruise in with a 1. Just something to get you over the cloud. You know you're not going to get your target lock this turn anyway, so why bother? Stay out of a whole lot of engagement, and then get ready to dive in next.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that one. So other than the yellow Tempest for Conor, what are his other moves, boys?
Yeah, like green could probably do like a 1 or 2 straight, and just be ready for that line of interceptors coming towards him if Gonzo's gonna turn him around on the red.
I don't hate a 1 bank for red just to put a monkey wrench in with all these interceptors that are going to try to occupy that space.
Yeah, I really agree with that. I think red needs to be in the middle there. Red Tempest, we gotta specify they chose the same colors to not help us. Red
Also
Tempest,
for our telephone audience, including the announcer. So.
Oh yeah, yes, for the red green colorblind announcer. Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right. Now, for the decimator, I would say maybe just kind of hop over. Possibly.
Yeah, just leapfrog it. That's fine. You have no reason that you have to get spicy with this. Like, you keep your gun vaguely in the direction of something, and if they're foolish enough to be at 0 to 2 of you, I mean, Vader's free real estate. Yeah.
Now, with the brown interceptor Gonzo, would you do the turnaround?
Nah. You just take a 2 hard and set up to blast Red Tempest when Red Tempest tries to block here. Because Decimator should just be gone, I think. Unless Conor just takes a short move here with the Decimator just to try and stay right where he is and maybe mess up brown and yellow interceptors on their path.
Now, what you could also see, and it just depends on Conor's risk appetite, because one of the things, if you're running a decimator, if you get into the corner, you've got like a round or 2 where you're basically off offense. Like, you either have to turn a gun or, I mean, you don't want to do that because that's usually, I mean, you're always trying to spam reinforce. So he might, in that situation, you might actually see a 3 hard to try to shoot that gap. I don't know if that's, I don't think he's got enough spacing for that. So probably not. Although he might just say devil may care and go like a 3 bank and just accept the cloud and set it up for positioning his gun next round.
Yeah.
That's an outside possibility. I would say probably we're going to see a 2 straight.
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if the Red Tempest and Fifth Brother bump.
Yeah, I mean, like that is Red Tempest's reason for existence right now is to just get in the way of everything. You make life easier for Green Tempest coming in here, who's going to get his lock and going to have all the jujubes. And if you block something, then it's again you've got Vader right there that's going to eat up and take another hit point. So I mean, all this kind of snaps into place.
Yeah, no, that's very true. You know, Vader Crew kind of fell out of popularity after FFG told you couldn't put it on a Phantom anymore. But the block gets a lot more dangerous when it's just a forced conversion for a straight guaranteed damage.
Oh yeah, I've killed a lot of people on my grill doing that.
I really hate Vader Crew card.
Fair and balanced. You heard it here first.
Something like that.
So, hey, I see your Vader Crew card up being horrible with Intimidate.
I mean, that's fine.
That requires skill. You gotta get there. You gotta get to the right place first. Vader just requires, oh, you're here.
Hey, look, I had to be in this vague area, okay? I planned this.
In this vague area that still applies if we run into each other.
Like, I had to make sure I didn't hit this cloud so I could still use Vader. Dude, so skilled. So skilled.
Nothing's
That's the joke.
So, obviously, a pretty important turn. They're both taking their time with this, trying to sort out where each other is going to be. So, maybe I missed it. Green Interceptor, we banking on too hard here? Is that what we're betting on?
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty sure that this patrol leader is going to be gone. And then I would say the Red Interceptor, he's not in any real block danger from Tempest unless Tempest does something really off character and kind of does like a too hard. So I think he's okay. The threat is to Ace 2, the yellow over here, and Fifth Brother. They're the ones most likely to get blocked by Red Tempest. We might actually see an offensive action over here from Patrol Leader. A target lock or a focus.
I don't see any reason to not take a target lock here. I don't think you're going to see any shots coming back at you, and if you can get that and maybe trigger a 000 off somebody, I'm not totally sure.
Oh yeah.
Connor's thinking about that focus though.
Yep, here's a target lock.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's right. Grab that brass ring and just put it in your pocket. It's fine. You'll find a use for that later.
Ooh, I like the 2 bank.
All right, so we got the aggressive Tempest.
Yeah, I like this 2 bank because this is really setting up to potentially trap Fifth Brother here, where you can Vader off 1 damage and then take a 4 dice shot with the target lock and maybe just take him off the board.
Which is
But you're gonna put that lock on the patrol leader though. He's thinking about it. I said that lock's going to the patrol leader. You would think.
Why would it go to the patrol leader?
I mean, you can put it in your back pocket for Fifth Brother. That's fine. The reason I was thinking about patrol leader because you know with reasonable confidence where patrol leader is going to be for the next 2 turns. And
Barely.
Yeah.
Whose team is patrol leader on? Whose team is patrol leader on?
Oh wow. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Man,
Not the scum faction.
Empire versus Empire, brother against brother. Wow. Yeah, let's walk that back for a second. So obviously, Fifth Brother, good choice. You got it, guys. Good time.
Hit the predictable cloud. Strain comes right back.
You tuned into the Ocho for quality. Let me tell you.
Like there was a second like where I was like, Charlie sees something I don't, and then I looked at it for a minute. Like, no, Charlie's just wrong. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just straight up wrong. So yeah, that also happens.
And there's the two left.
So I think we're setting up here. You know, Gonzo can show off his ace, his I4 ace skills here, and pick up a focus, and then barrel roll into bullseye versus Green Tempest here.
Yeah.
I feel like the barrel roll should reach. You could actually probably bank booster. Yeah, there we go. That works as well.
All right. I like that too, because that might actually open up a crack shot against a strained yellow Tempest over here.
And I think the boost is a better choice too, because he's still got a couple interceptors coming behind him, and he needs space to line up some other crack shots.
Yeah, yeah.
Two bank for red.
I think it's almost got to be, right? Yep, there it is. So crack shot's already expended, but focus boost here. Come on, Gonzo. Get that range one.
Now, does he want to flip Gonzo fire over?
No. You're here to put damage in green and then die.
That's exactly right.
Or roll really well and live for no reason.
So don't even bother with the boost. You're in range one, like dollars to donuts.
Yeah, but it clears space for brown and yellow, and maybe Fifth Brother if Fifth Brother doesn't get blocked here. Because you definitely, if Fifth Brother is going over Red Tempest, you need that interceptor out of the way so you completely clear it.
All right, I can get behind it.
And obviously, Gonzo knows his dials, right? We don't know what he set, so that may not be necessary.
Yeah, I like just going ahead and giving this guy his lumps and then happily taking your crit and shuffling off the Mortal Coil.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why they put a crit token out there, honestly. I mean, you know, you're just gonna die. Oh, I take it back. He's actually the one that only has one crit on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no fear, console fire. Focus boost. Come on now, let's go. Potential tell here too. Gonzo didn't delete that stress token. It's still sitting on the board. He pulled it away, but it's not gone.
Lauren, if you're saying that I sound like an announcer at a basketball game, so I don't know if that means I should super ham it up and get my Dick Vitale going to like 11. So we'll see.
Yep, there's the stress. Here comes the boost.
Oh yeah.
Let's hope he. Yep. Okay.
Guarantees the
Hopefully you picked the right one.
Yeah, we'll play a game of 4 dice. My 4 dice to your 4 dice.
Yeah. But your buddies also have a bunch of 4 dice. I wonder how fast. So yellow's got a 3 here? Oh yeah, it's not gonna clear the Tempest. Oof.
And
Well,
I feel kind of lined up here.
Well, so he's gonna end up here. Yeah, that might bump. But it might not. We're about to find out. Real curious about Fifth Brother though, and what universe he's gonna clear that.
None.
Yeah, I think he's just Vader bait at this point.
And Brown says, "Hey guys, I'm trying to be relevant."
Okay, so clears that pretty easily.
Yeah, you know, I was really hoping Gonzo opening that space with red and green that you're going to see yellow dip into that space and then be able to like do a bank boost and set up for another crack shot.
Yeah.
Does he boost or barrel roll depend on what? He's boosting.
Ooh.
He's boosting.
So really, where is Fifth Brother going?
Nowhere, really.
Not very far.
Nope.
parachute bump.
Hey, at least the stress went away.
Red Tempest is got a shot here. If Red Tempest lives, then I don't see why he
Yeah, this could be Gonzo for fifth brother, man. Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, you're range
he's
1
got-
to patrol leader with the target lock on you, and he's gonna
And Vader.
Well, 000 is gonna hit too, because that's range 1 still.
Oh, ooh. Yeah, do you want Panic Pilot, or do you want him to have like full mods? Ooh.
Now stress is gone, so there's no Panic Pilot here, because that was a blue move.
Ah, okay. Well, then he's clearly Gonzo stress. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely want to take the stress on that one.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah, this is an ugly spot. You know, Red Tempest ended up in a great place here, essentially accounting for 2 ball.
Yeah, I was doing the conservative game, thinking 1 bank, but yeah, like he went in.
You know, if is this a Vader could just kill yellow.
Oh, did he? Wait, did he place it on yellow, or did he place it on?
No, it looks like yellow took the stress for 000.
Oh,
See, I think-
oh, here comes the Vader trigger.
Yeah, I think I would have. I think I would have gone for the fifth brother with the potential stress there. Maybe just killed yellow outright with Vader.
Yeah.
I don't know that yellow's gun's gonna be super relevant. Green Tempest is in a world of trouble with 3 interceptors facing it already, but that's 1 less gun on the board.
Yeah, you still go after fifth brother. This is the moment.
No, that is yellow dead on the Vader call.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is supremely confident in his ability to put the wood to him with these big shots over here, which I mean, he might not be wrong.
I mean, Vader's got to survive this shot. It is range 1. Or not Vader, sorry. The red we keep using the word Vader.
Vader Jr. Vader Jr.
Baby Vader. Baby Vader.
Oh wait, that's the Republic. Never mind. We're good.
No. It's just a baby that's in the suit.
Yeah. Not Anakin. We're talking about baby Vader.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just a scarred, mutilated baby that they put in a little suit.
Well, that's just horrifying. Anyway, so we got the 3-on-3 here. This is the range 1. And ooh, you can spend both force, but you are not guaranteed a kill.
No, I wouldn't. If I was also knowing the fact he has 2 4-dice guns, it's about to shoot into.
Oh my God, he's
doing
got it.
it.
Oh no!
Oh, he's choosing violence.
The star that burns twice as bright burns half as long. Ooh.
We'll get him half on Red Tempest.
Oh man.
At what cost?
It had a lot of cost.
I hope he's planning to do a GTFO maneuver with Fifth Brother if he survives.
Oh man, this is gonna be bad.
It's gonna be a long stretch. No mods, 2 4-dice shots. Whew.
Yeah.
That's a big
I mean, I've seen crazier happen, but man, that's not great odds.
So Brown range 2 hit crit, going into the Green Tempest. Crack shot is live. That is 2 evades. You crack it?
Crack it.
There it is. One shield off of green, and Brown down a crack shot.
Yes, now you just kind of pile on.
Yeah. I mean, green doesn't
Hope that
have
the weight
anything.
of your 4 dice does something.
Yeah, Green's is the only one that has crack shot at this point.
Well, I'm not sure what we're...
Oh, console fire.
Console fire, okay. Alright, yeah, it took a second before we totally lose it here. So this is going to be red, range 1 into green. picking up that extra die. Green Tempest has no defensive mod 0 either. He took the target lock, so could be in for some punishment.
There.
Ooh, spin.
Come on, spin. Yes.
There we go. Beautiful.
3 hits and a crit.
There we go.
Definitely taking a crit onto the hole.
Yeah, we are.
So, like y'all said, that does cost you a shield, and it will cost a crit, which is
Also crossfire.
Beautiful.
popular
Okay.
choice these days.
And
Do it again. And
Yeah, spend this because you've got crack shot on green.
yeah, smell that blood in the water.
don't spend crack shot.
Don't even need crack shot.
Hey, Gray, why don't you just save it for one of the other Tempest guys? That'd be slow.
Spin.
And sometimes Tempests just die. And sometimes they live forever because 5 HP and 3 agility is a lot.
Pretty good. Yeah, for the most part, it's pretty good. Green Tempest just cornered and put down there.
Good time to do it too, because he had all red dead to rights over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the other factor in that boost in on the focus for red interceptor. Is if you clear it, now you're only facing one unmodified shot from yellow. That's going to be 2 dice because he can't get a target lock. And then next turn, red interceptor pushes past and turns off that console fire.
Yep. Okay.
There we go. Range with the fifth brother.
Got fixed up.
That was actually a closer call than I thought it was going to be. I thought he had more of them.
Yeah, you're right. I really thought he was going to hit mid ships, but yeah, it was just like
That
4
bad
hateful
range.
dice coming.
Target lock's in place. Oh.
Not the roll that you want.
Yeah. But you've got the lock, so take it.
Yeah, sure. And 3 focuses. Oh. Yeah,
Hit crit. That feels bad.
It feels better. Yeah.
What half's fifth brother? It should have kept the force.
Yeah. That's a whole different tune at that point. You keep that force, and then all of a sudden that's all for naught. And man, he's
Give a shield there.
No, you don't give up a thing.
You only got 1 focus, just a hit crit.
I thought you had 2 focus up. I'm sorry, my bad.
Man, Charlie. There's your 4 focus roll. So another target for patrol leader. 3 hits. 3 hits will do it. 3 hits will do it.
So he needs at least 2 to not die.
2 evades to live.
Or
that
no,
is
same
not-
thing you got last time. Well, bye-bye, fifth brother. Been nice knowing you.
Yeah, I mean that was the outcome that we expected coming into this.
Yeah, once the clip happened, which again, right there, you've got a focus showing, right? So if the first shot you lose a shield, the second shot you spend your force, you lose 1 more shield, you live on half, right?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you would take 1 card. You would take 1 card, but you'd still be alive.
Right.
So,
Whew. Yeah, that's unfortunate because I was really kind of interested to see what kind of burst damage. If he could bring Fifth Brother to bear on this patrol leader, like he could really put the wood to him.
Yeah. And you know, this next turn, we're gonna have kind of a similar situation here, right? Yellow Tempest is in a great position to clear his strain and then be in the way.
Yep.
While Red Tempest and Patrol Leader are just working on getting back around.
Yeah.
You know? Fifth Brother's dead, and every single interceptor on the board is stressed. They've got to shoot yellow. we could have more carnage here because he's got a pretty good turn on red Tempest or red Interceptor.
Yep.
Let's see what one. Should yellow one get one die? Oh no, wait. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
sorry,
you're
wrong
thinking.
token. Wrong token.
Yeah, you're thinking
My
big.
bad.
So it looks like just the one hit, no mods to spend, and two evades. Okay, so they were right. Go ahead and move on to the next round because nothing's happening there.
Yep.
All right.
Only hit
So
left
now,
for fifth brother.
yeah. So we're now entering into basically the 2 rounds of irrelevance for patrol leader. Like you probably do like a 1 bank over here. You might think about turning your gun just in case somebody is dumb enough to get within range 2 of you. But probably not. Not even. I don't know. But after that, then your options open up a little bit. You can do a 3 hard to come in and then start threatening things, or you can kind of push on if the scrum kind of moves past you. And then looking over here, like Tempest could do a Talon roll and just kind of re-engage behind. I don't think that's too controversial. And obviously, 2 is just going to do a low speed maneuver to clear that strain and start planning evil things for these guys over here.
I think Yellow Tempest is just a nice easy 2 straight, and then maybe look at Brown
Maybe a 1 bank.
Trying to get angry there.
Yeah. Yeah, the interceptors are a different story. I mean, obviously they can't reposition behind. I mean, they can shed their stress pretty easily, but they're just probably going to be out of the way. I would imagine. Like the one that's got the most to think about over here is Ace 4. But I mean, even then, you do a 2 bank to the left and then boost out, and you're fine.
And maybe use the green to try to get to red, possibly to the red Tempest.
I mean, you could, but that just means that you're in front of a very angry Yellow Tempest. Like I think at this point you take advantage of your double repositioning and just don't be there. You don't have to be in that channel.
Or you let one of your red or green interceptors go ahead and take the bump into yellow, and then probably green interceptor. You let green interceptor bump into red interceptor, so you can guarantee 2 shots into Yellow Tempest. One from Brown and one from
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then console fire isn't as relevant on red, just because you're already touching. And like you said, Charlie, I don't think red Tempest is coming around this turn to get a shot off, and we know patrol leader isn't.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the opportune turn to actually reset with what Gonzo has left and try to put something together, because he's going to get the least amount of grief from Conor in this round than at any point so far in this game.
Yeah, no Vader spend is going to happen because I don't see a way that patrol leader gets arc and has range 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless Gonzo decides to pull some wacky maneuver to get him in range 2.
Yeah, like the only way that happens is something like if he takes the 1 bank and then say Ace 3 does a like 2 bank and then into a boost. I don't even think he makes the range 2 band at that point. That's way outside.
Patrol leader is not relevant this turn for sure, and maybe even the next turn, depending on how quickly Conor gets around this gas cloud.
Yeah, it really depends on how that's negotiated. Now, this is not a terrible turn though. If you really commit to stitching yourself inside at midships on this patrol leader, because you could definitely do that and start taking advantage of your double reposition to either make him change his arc or see where he changes his arc and then get around it and everything. I mean, you've got a lot of flexibility there. The only problem with that is if you overcommit, and I mean, we are pretty sure that we're playing small ball with Tempest 2 over here. So if he slow rolls it and you overcommit, then he's on your 6, and that's terrible.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that would not feel great. I think there's a theme here, right? We're all pretty much on the side of Conor is in a strong position. So what should Gonzo be looking for here? What should we look for Gonzo to do to try to maybe stabilize this game a little?
I mean, he's go on, Joe.
Yeah, something you mentioned, Charlie. Maybe do something where red can get close enough to yellow, and then green just bumps into red, so that way maybe try to get yellow off the board, so to try to get him back in the game.
Yeah.
And bring it to his favor.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead, Charlie.
Well, I don't think that engaging yellow right here is the optimal choice because at best you're going to come in with 2 guns. Obviously, he's going to shuck his strain anyways because he's just coming in to grab his lock, probably on ace 4 over here. But I really think at that point you just choose not to be there because next turn you can pick your engagement. If you want to go ahead and get 6 on yellow over here, you can do that. If you want to start chipping into the patrol leader, you can do that. The one thing I think is off the table is Red Tempest. I just don't think that unless Conor does something really bold and just kind of cuts into this gas cloud, which I'm pretty sure he's just going to Talon left. But like otherwise, I'm pretty sure he's off the table.
Because I think it's worth pointing out, right now, Gonzo has destroyed 57 points. Connor's only destroyed 88 points despite removing 2 ships. So the point gap is huge. There's your 2 hard out of, or no, sorry, your 3 hard does hit the cloud.
I like that. Just rip the bandage. Yeah.
Oh no, not strain.
Not my decimator.
So, especially with Gonzo's ships shooting first and able to initiative kill Connor's ships, I think if Gonzo gets out of this turn in some semblance of order, he's still got a really good chance to get back into this game.
Yeah. Another thing to consider too is if he is very risk averse with red and just goes ahead and shuts off console fire, like this is a manageable game. Like he's got some room to move. Like he does not need to play this like a ticking clock at this point.
Yeah, I mean they're in round 4. Like the game is just started, so we are seeing the Talon roll out of Tempest and the K turn out of Yellow, bucking all of our conventional wisdom and declining to clear strain, instead taking up stress, declining to create any block that we know of. Now he might block Brown, and I think Conor's feeling it a little right now. He wants to get those shots in.
He feels. I don't know. Like I mean, some people play conservative when they're on top, and Conor's just he's letting it ride. So dice is dice.
So we do have a right 2 turn here out of green, clears the stress, and I think green's in a good spot here just to boost and clear arc from yellow and be safe this turn.
Yep, no reason to be there.
Yeah. And I also think because of where the clouds are, it's probably easier for Gonzo to get his interceptors behind the clouds to gain that benefit of the extra green dice plus the conversion to invade.
He could even barrel roll here. Let's see.
I mean, I actually might know, because that might be close. There it is. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Gonzo agrees with us. That might be too close for comfort on the arc. next. I'm not sure about that, but I think there's a strategy here. Is that a 2 straight? No, 2 turn. Okay, never mind. I was thinking if Brown was doing a 2 straight there, it runs into red or something to not overrun yellow, but just turning out into the clouds. And
So
I imagine
probably focus boost, right?
definitely a boost because I think that'll get you behind that cloud, range 3, maybe out of range of Red Tempest. And just take the focus for insurance. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
See, Gonzo is trying to go through his list of options of what to do with him.
I mean, I think the boost gets you out of problems, so you're fine either way.
Yeah, just boost to the right. I mean, it's an interceptor. If you pick up the focus and stress yourself for insurance, it's not that big a loss because you can get rid of stress so easily.
True. I just don't. There's not going to be any combat that he's going to have to worry about if he takes the boost.
Gonzo, where are you going? He was looking at that left boost there for a second.
Which, I mean, would definitely get him out of arc of red.
Yeah, I don't hate that because that lets you. Yeah, that lets you come in on yellow at your leisure.
I mean, next turn yellow is definitely doing the 1 bank, right, guys? Right? Clear stress.
I don't know what to say anymore. I'm not going to. That feels like traps.
Oof. 4 straight?
That's certainly a move that you can do.
Clear stress. I don't know if you're going to be able to turn console fire off this turn, though. That's a
thing I can think. Yeah. If he's trying to get out of range of yellow, the only thing I can say is possibly barrel roll to the right, then boost.
Yeah, but if you're still stuck with console fire, you might even get clipped at range 3.
Yeah.
This is definitely not a spot for an easy choice because it's very easy for Gonzo's dice to fail him and just lose an interceptor. I say that it's one unmodified shot with 2 dice, which is of course perfectly enough to kill red, ignoring console fire.
I mean, go ahead and I would knock out console fire and take the barrel roll.
Going for the focus, so probably a focus barrel roll.
You would think. I never like to roll red dice against myself. I mean, it's just like the possibilities of things going wrong and then your threshold for things going wrong. It's not great.
Yeah, and then there's always result.
Yeah, I mean, even without that, it's like you've got with 1 damage on you right now, you've got a threshold of 2 of those things going off. I just don't like it. I think I would take my chance with naked dice on defense against 2 dice for his attack.
Even though it's naked 2 dice. I mean, obviously console fire triggers and then he gets 1 hit in and you die. But you've got to focus now, so I think that's probably the safest option available for Gonzo here on red.
Yeah, it's too bad Joel's at the beach. We've lost all intelligence.
It is range 2 though, so it will be 2v3.
Shame.
Did Gonzo roll his console fire? Oh, there it is. And
hits.
Yeah, Charles, we should have console fire then barrel roll.
Yeah, I don't know. Like everybody's like green dice can fail you. It's like what if you didn't roll any dice against that red dice?
Well, we got the two red shot coming in here.
Yep. They're gonna be hot too.
One crit. That's not
Medium spicy. There's
mean,
one too many to go.
4 greens from here.
All right, there we go.
Corrected it. All right.
Okay.
Gonzo?
That felt terrible watching it. Not as bad as it could have been. Obviously, you're still alive, but ugh.
Right.
And that is the only shot on the round. So I do believe we're going to move into round 5 here. Start planning for round 5, I should say. Let's see if they're remembering. Yeah, they're remembering their counter.
That does not feel great. So, I mean, at this point, you're just coming around, trimming your distance with Patrol Leader. Red Tempest is still 2 rounds away from seriously engaging, but Yellow Tempest has the pick of the litter. I mean, he's probably going to go after Red Interceptor just to go ahead and finish the job. And the only Interceptor that's probably going to threaten him is Ace 4 over here.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll call it Brown. Sorry.
I think this is probably as ideal a turn as Conor could get, right? He's got all 3 of his ships back in a facing to chase Gonzo now. He got a free damage on Gonzo, courtesy of Console Fire, which Gonzo still has to be concerned about next turn because that Console Fire next turn could just kill Red.
True. He will at least probably have gas cover, whichever direction he chooses to go. I mean, obviously, we're probably looking at a 2-bank, either left or right, just depending.
Yeah, you definitely want to find a gas cloud. Obviously, I think Conor wants to use that Yellow Tempest to keep pressuring Red because you want to force them to 1, find gas cover, and 2, turn off Console Fire, right?
Right.
You don't want to just wander off to nowhere and just give them the option of, well, I can just turn off Console Fire and sit here and have my whole dial open next turn.
Yeah. So I would imagine we will probably see a 2-bank right from Conor. That kind of keeps his options pretty wide open.
Or for that back Tempest over there by Patrol Leader?
No, for a Yellow Tempest.
Red, I can see like maybe a 2-bank left. Maybe get a range 3 onto Saber 4 or Saber 3.
He's not going to get any shots this turn. I think it's just shedding stress and putting himself in a position where he can turn the jets on later.
I mean, heck, at this point, Patrol Leader can just take his sweet time where he wants to go.
I mean, he doesn't really care about his strain, so I mean, you're probably going to see like a 3-bank. Like, there's not a particularly big reason not to do that.
Yeah, I think with Patrol Leader, it's just a question of how much distance do you cover, right?
Yeah.
Because the strain is negligible either way, for the most part. Range 3 happens, but there's not even going to be a gun looking at Patrol Leader, barring some shenanigans out of Brown.
Yeah, I think going 3-bank here, that keeps you pretty wide open. You could go after Red if you want to, but you could also threaten these other interceptors, depending on where they end up in relation to those clouds. So, just gets you in the mix.
Yeah, for Gonzo, you think he would try to go after Red, see if he can't finish him off, possibly? Considering Red is wounded?
I don't think he's got enough weight of fire to do it, but he could peel off both Green and Brown to go on the offensive. He needs to go on the offensive, like straight up. He cannot just keep running. if he does that, it's just a bleed out at that point. So he's got to find a way to turn in some offense. That's not a bad way to do it.
Yeah, I think you might see a K turn maybe out of Brown here, and then a hard turn out of Green to turn on that Red Tempest. While just let the Red Interceptor clear console, get kind of out in some space. Because just looking at the score right now, Connor's destroyed 107, Gonzo's destroyed 57. Each of these Tempests are only worth 38 points. So that half that's left for Red is only 19 points. So you're going to need quite a bit here to close that gap. Gonzo needs 51 points to get back into the lead, which finish Red and get half the control leader, and that does it for you.
Yeah.
Also, if you can get rid of both tempos, that should do it.
Yeah,
if you can clear
but that's a tough road to hoe.
I think half off patrol leader is the more achievable goal, just because it's a decimator. But we gotta factor in now. Connor's Tempest and patrol leader, but mainly the Tempest are moving ahead of everything here. So if Gonzo can find some space and the right angles on approach, he's got the opportunity to get free shots on Tempest where they can't contest back. And at that point, you're going full offense, not taking anything in return. You can clear, even with 3 green dice, you can clear these Tempests pretty quickly.
And then we just the patrol leader just try to find those vectors to avoid Vader.
Yes, absolutely. You need to negate patrol leader's firing arc as much as you can. Not just because of the dice, but because Vader is a royal pain right now, especially for one Red Interceptor.
Yeah, I think maybe Gonzo's best move would just have Red as the decoy bait. I'm looking on one hole, kind of finish me off, while the other 2 try to circle back around.
Yeah, just hang out behind a gas cloud where you can.
Yeah.
Does look like we've got all our moves set. Nope, Gonzo changes his mind. Alright, so hopefully that will do it for our maneuvers here. We're going to do 5 here as patrol leader making a move, looks like. Oh, just the 1 bank.
Okay.
Patrol leader scared of that strain, gotta clear it.
That's just a reflex X-Wing thing. It's like, oh, bad token. Don't want bad token.
I mean, you say that, but last turn Conor took that Tempest that was definitely doing a 1 bank at K-turn.
Yeah, Connor's been making fools of us for a while, so it's pretty good.
Well, also probably also keep his options open depending on what Red does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what a 1 bank buys you other than removing the strain that like a 3 bank doesn't really, because like I don't know, that's fine. I don't hate it. I guess
kind of set you up to make a long run on like a 3 straight next turn, or either 3 bank to either side of that cloud.
I don't see where he's gonna get past that far cloud. Like I really think he's gonna sweep to the right. So.
Oh, he just got Brown on the target lock.
Yeah, so Conor catches Brown with Red here on the 1 bank on target lock. Now Brown's gonna move, so there's not gonna be a shot there, but it is put in his pocket for later.
Yeah, but he did the smart thing, and he kind of played the Red Tempest and Spy, because he really doesn't want to overcommit with these guys potentially peeling around the flank and trying to get Decimator. So he's ready to hunt.
Go ahead, Charlie. Go ahead and just call yourself Nostradamus. You had the 1 bank correct. It was just a turn too soon.
Very nice.
Looks like we're looking at a target lock. Is that what I just saw? Checking.
Yeah, that's what I saw, because it said all 3 were in range.
Yeah. All right, so
Okay.
dogpiling on brown with the lock, which I think is the right call here. If anyone's coming around towards yellow, it's brown.
Right.
Alright, let's see which way Red decided to go hide.
Three
Or
straight.
does that.
I mean, that either barrel roll picks up a cloud, a boost gets you out of yellow's range, and it definitely clears your stress.
Yeah. So console fire boost, that's fine. And then you're in a not terrible position to maybe start thinking about that decimator flank.
Either decimator, or if you go to the right, you can kind of loop around and support your buddies fighting the Tempest.
Yeah.
I
Maybe.
think I prefer the decimator flank as well, but that's risky just being on one hole, because if you mess something up, bump into him or something, and the Vader just blip. So Gonzo is considering the boost.
Hopefully not a straight one.
The straight boost would be a disaster.
It would be the first most disastrous boost in a game with already a disastrous boost.
Yeah. Alright, so there's
okay.
You're fine. Too hard clears it, no problem.
I know. Okay.
Alright, so it looks like Gonzo's electing to kind of gather his interceptors in the corner, maybe.
Which could be problematic, because then all Conor would have to do is just kind of corral them in that low area, and they won't be able to get out.
Yeah, I think at this point in the game, and obviously Gonzo's position at the start of that round didn't really give him a whole lot of options, but probably need to be looking or having an eye towards finding a way to spread out, split up, find a flank, get out of arcs, get a big dice shot, big 4-dice shot into someone's side who doesn't get an answer back. That boost isn't bad. That's good cloud cover and a pretty good little vectors for next turn as well.
Yeah, I'm curious. Let me ease right on top of it. So probably prevents the too hard, but the bank gives you a lot of offense and defense to consider there. So I don't hate it.
So it looks like we may be seeing a little range 2 action here out of brown and yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Getting your man on that one, since that'll probably be the only actual shot.
Or do we do the choose violence option and do a focused boost?
No.
That's a lot of violence, but I don't know if I'd give the yellow Tempest that, because yellow's full health, so you can't kill him.
Well, he can certainly kill you.
Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, because he does have the lock on brown.
Yes, he's got the lock in the bank. So yeah, if you jump in and give him 4 dice on you, that could be the end of your day for brown.
Yeah.
So probably just a focus and just call it a day.
Yeah, I think a focus and just sit tight.
Or maybe focus, barrel right backwards.
That probably costs you your shot, and I don't know if it gains you enough to be worth it. Maybe get you to range 3.
Yeah, because it is close.
Gonzo's looking at his action options. There we go.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
Yeah, I couldn't say it once slowly, so that is your focus. He's thinking about some kind of reposition here.
I was kidding about the violence.
No violence, just a barrel roll.
Yeah, took himself out of the
The barrel roll to the right.
Yeah.
So it does stress him. I think that'll get him out to range 3. We'll find out here in just a little bit. But I think it does kill Brown's chance at a shot.
Yeah. I think given those options, you just don't reposition.
Yeah, I think stay there and leave your dial open as well. But if he gets you, it could be worth it here. But no shot there for sure.
Of course, it's interesting is when you play someone so many times, you kind of start understanding their strategies a little bit.
Oh yes, you do.
That's why I kind of figured. It was like Gonzo, he's not gonna do violence. If anything else, he's gonna try to move everything as far back as he can.
I don't know. Gonzo's very he has a wide swing. He'll go from massive aggression to unreasonable squirreliness.
All right, so we got 2 hits coming in towards Gonzo. That's your crit flip on ATC, and it looks like we're gonna see our FCS reroll. Oh, just the hit crit showing.
So not quite a difference yet.
I suddenly decided to start using the other rat just to make this.
Not like this.
Crit sneaks through onto Brown. Oh, that feels bad.
Yeah, it does.
Reposition for the extra die just so that one more green can let you down gently.
I tell you what, man, those ATCs, it feels so bad.
Especially on interceptors, right? Just the 3-hole.
Especially on everything. Like interceptors, decimators, like it just feels bad. Like ATC is brutal.
Ooh.
Is that
the one? Yes.
Oh, direct hit to Brown. Yeah, that feels real bad. So now I think, as we are entering round 6, I believe.
Yep.
Yes, as we are entering round 6, I think it's pretty safe to say that Gonzo's got a mountain to climb. In the previous turn or two, it wasn't a great position for him. But at this point, he's only got so much hole left on the board. You've got two hole on 2 interceptors, and the last one at full, right?
Yeah.
Am I reading that correctly? Yes.
Yeah.
So probably with Tempest 2, we're probably going to see like a speed 1 because that right there, if Ace 4 does a 2 left, then there's probably still enough real estate for a range 1 shot. But if he doesn't, no big deal. He's probably got a shot on green over here. Red's just gonna probably 3 bank, just get in there and be threatening, and then your patrol leader is probably just gonna occupy the spot that Tempest 2 had. Like he's gonna close up so many overlapping fields of fire on these 2 poor interceptors right here, and then the one that he's not shooting at is on 1 hole anyways and is scared to death.
I think all the momentum at this point has clearly shifted over to Conor. Had Gonzo maybe turned Brown the other way around, might not have this issue, but hey, 2020.
Yeah, I think the best option there was maybe if Brown and Green made maneuvers to try to loop back around onto Red Tempest and then leave his Red Interceptor kind of dangling out there as the, hey, I'm 3 points over here, he.
Yeah, but once you saw that he was playing small ball with Red Tempest over there, like he was just keeping him in spy. Like, I mean, if he had whipped around that way, he would have just engaged them. I mean, it would have been a little bit different because it would have been 1v2, but he wasn't gonna get caught flat-footed by that.
Yeah. So looks like with all the interceptors kind of gathered up in a corner here, Patrol Leader's got free reign for a nice 3 straight, I guess.
Yeah, 3 straight's perfect. Fits like a glove.
kind of send that Yellow Tempest forward into the scrum, maybe pick up a block on Brown if you're lucky. If not, Brown turns away from you.
I don't even think it matters if you block him or not. I mean, maybe for the purpose of triggering Vader, but okay. So that
here's your one boom.
Focus.
Not sure how I feel about that one, but
he might be trying to block the 2 banks.
Focus barrel roll here. Yeah, here it comes. The real question is, does Yellow set himself up to hit another cloud?
No, he can get out of that. Depending on if he rolls back.
Well, I mean, that little red hand over there was up at the top of the chart here. Okay, here we go. I think even if it was 4, he's probably all right.
All right, so Patrol Leader's going 4 straight.
Definitely blocking the 2 bank if Brown put that in there for sure.
Yeah.
Nope. 1 straight.
Like Patrol Leader's like, I don't care. I'm just getting out back here. Don't mind me.
All right, Connor, I'm going to ask you about that one.
I mean, first the 1 bank and now the 1 straight. You know, that's a real cautious for having all shields up. That Patrol Leader is real cautious.
Yeah. I mean, okay, that's fine. I'm real curious. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's where it's like the 3-4-3 bank and Vader, either Brown, probably Brown, to go, and you're dead now.
He may just be giving a lot of respect to the reposition possibility, which, yeah, okay.
I would just say focus with red.
Boosting in.
Somehow I see that backfiring.
I mean, coming in between that gap, you'll get threatened by Patrol Leader and red, but yeah.
Alright, and green banks around the cloud. Now I'm wondering if he's trying to send green towards Patrol Leader.
Focus into a straight boost, I guess, maybe?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if it buys you much, though. That's the only thing. I mean, I guess it makes a shorter runway to get around this gas cloud next turn, but
It doesn't buy you anything this turn. It's the next turn that you're real worried about.
yeah, I would almost say barrel roll back, but I don't know. I'm not close to either of those.
Focus is there. Question is the reposition there?
He's gonna barrel.
Yeah, there you go. There's your barrel roll for your stress.
Yeah. So that, let's see. You might even be able to squeeze a too hard next turn. It's gonna be real tight.
And then maybe look at a barrel roll to fix your channel. But if that Yellow Tempest is there, that doesn't help you any.
Yeah. You're 2 banks wide open though. So
found the bump onto Brown with Yellow Tempest, and you know, Red put that target lock on there last turn, and I think he may have a shot this round.
Yep. Man,
State
it's been pretty rad if you get Charlie. Just saying.
Boy, yeah, no, that 3 or 4 straight might have gotten a real good shot in there. Yeah, it looks like Arc is going to be there for Red Tempest.
So 4v4?
Yeah, if Petroleum had gone a little further forward, he might could have even clipped this with Vader and just ensured the kill.
I mean that's it. That is the hustle at work. Some good garbage time dice throwing over here.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I mean,
I've seen weirder.
There's just a handful of greens available here. Not a ton, but a handful.
Yeah. Ask me how many 5 dice shots I crapped out on Becker.
How many, Charlie?
It was 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it felt great. Let me tell you.
Well, it's not happening here because that's 3 evades to match the 3 hits with the gas cloud in the tank. 4th evade just for.
And tilted dice don't matter because the machine god will tell you 1s and 0s, evade or not.
Interesting. It claims that there is a dice issue there actually on that roll. Doesn't matter though, just because of the cloud. Interpret that from TPS, but okay.
Safe.
Are they really?
Well, Brown, I think it's been nice having you.
He did manage to stay out to range 3 at least.
Yeah. Yeah, and that fully modified Juju is gonna hurt.
Is it though?
This game makes fools of me.
Spins the lock.
Oh, that's just tragic.
At least he has the focus on red.
And watch him natty out of it. He's destined to make this irrelevant now. I say that and he blanks out. Nope, 1 crit goes. And he's dead. Tried so hard and got so far. All right. Cue that sad trombone.
Yeah,
Flip it over. Show us blood.
See, Charlie, Petroleum didn't have to be there. Conor knew. Yeah, you probably could have shot green here on a faster move.
Yeah, I think Gonzo was supposed to flip that one, just in case, to see if it was direct.
Just for the extra salt.
It's no for the ratings. That's what it is. Hey, if it bleeds, it leads.
Did we just get on a newspaper?
I mean, it works with X-Wing too.
Yeah. Alright, so I missed that one, but I think, let's see, it's a ranged shot.
Oh, he's going out to green.
Yeah, going out to green. 2 hits though, that's about as good as you can ask for.
Yeah.
Well, 3 natties is also acceptable. No consequences.
Yep.
I think they forgot to flip a round counter that turn. That was round 6, wasn't it?
Yeah.
noticed it.
So
So
this next round, whatever the light touches is Patrol Leader's Kingdom. So he could just, whichever side of this gas cloud he wants to take, he's going to find a target-rich environment.
bold prediction here: one bank for Patrol Leader.
One bank
You
till
know what? You know what? This is clearly, obviously, the one bank turn, so we're going to get the 4 straight. Damn the torpedoes. Full speed ahead. We're just going to hit the cloud.
You know what?
Just going to get
Three bank to the right.
Look, I would 3 bank, whichever way. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
Little technical error there. They got to reset that. There's one part of it that needed boost back as well.
I'm done predicting Conor. I don't know. Like, Conor is playing the role of Charlie Day and Sonny and Philly. He's just wild card, 110%.
So, what about Gonzo? Maybe 4 bank? Or not 4 bank, 4 straight on red?
4 bank would be a neat trick. I would like to see it.
I'm sure
one boost.
They've got a 4 bank for us in one of these expansions.
Boy, people would lose it over that.
I'm here for the meltdown.
Oh no, 4 bank? You thought 4 bank was bad? Try 5 bank. That'd be even worse.
X-Wing 3.0.
Also, dang it, give me the 5K back on the O's.
Looks like we're getting dials set here. Yeah, I don't, right now, Conor is screaming Green Interceptor, right? Yellow Tempest is in the right direction. Patrol Leader's got it easy on a 1 bank, a 2 bank, a 3 bank. We might just have a little more red on red action here, where Red Tempest kind of drags behind, maybe on a 1 or 2 bank, and tries to shoot that gap between the 2 clouds and catch the Red Interceptor.
Yeah. I hate that.
It is worth pointing out here that the Red Tempest is at half. It does have 1 damage card on it. So in a head-to-head situation, it's very possible for Gonzo to kill it before it gets to shoot.
And will probably be inconsequential, but at least could be fun towards the end.
What if I'm just always wrong on these? So focus into a barrel.
All right, so basically Conor is playing this game sort of like how everybody has those 2020 memes. It's like, did you have murder hornets? Did you have Black Plague in Mongolia? Like that's basically like all I can get from the way that Conor is dialing in these moves. It's like, so did you have the 3K over 2 asteroids? Yeah, you should have.
I think we're going to see the focus barrel roll here maybe out of the Yellow Tempest and just try to trap green, which I assume, could be wrong, but I assume means Patrol Leader is moving up to fight red. Nope, getting the target lock.
Yeah.
Nope. There we go. 2 bank.
I like this. It is a nice threatening posture if this ace decided to do a 2 bank hand.
Yeah, I think I preferred the reverse of it, where Patrol Leader is facing Green Interceptor, just because I think Vader having range is way more likely. But obviously setting up the target locks, or a target lock, I should say. lock on red because that is the expected shot here.
Yeah, no need to even pretend about that reinforce anymore.
Yeah, I mean you're full health now. You've got every shield available to you. So, and that patrol leader jousted 5 ships to start this game. Got to be feeling pretty good about his chances going forward here.
Oh yeah.
So this is the chance, right? So green, I think on a barrel roll, avoids a shot from either Tempest, and I don't think it puts him into patrol leader arc. So this is kind of the chance for Gonzo right here to get some unopposed damage, some unopposed points maybe.
So focus Herrero to the left.
Yeah, it's got to be surely.
Yeah. Crackshot will be live if he's going after yellow. So
yeah, I mean obviously you can't kill yellow, but unopposed points feel pretty good.
Yeah, I mean if it's spicy enough, then I mean you can work with that.
Not to mention he still does have crack shot.
Yeah,
that's a good point. We do have the opportunity here for crack shot on that barrel roll. If the barrel roll happens, no guarantees at this point.
Oh yeah.
I'm real curious because that might. I don't think it does, but that might completely clear that arc.
I think the left barrel roll,
left and back, maybe.
I don't know if the front forward or whatnot matters. It's just a question of do you get your
there's a slight angle in. Like if you kind of stretch this out, it does angle in a little bit. I don't know if that's enough to mean anything, but like that's the kind of English I would put on it if I was doing it.
Now, if the Tempest is angled in a little bit, you almost want to barrel roll forwards.
He's out.
I think it's clear.
Oh yeah,
that's out.
And maintains crack shot. Great move.
Yeah, I think that is as good a position as Gonzo can get at this stage of the game. We'll see what Red has to do this or has to say this turn.
Please don't Vader me, is I believe what he said.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be range 2. It'll be close.
Yeah, that's range 2. That is definitely range 2.
So do you need to focus barrel to the left? Backwards, try to get the range 2?
I think absolutely so. Yeah, I think you want to reestablish range 3 because it protects you from Vader and it gets you the extra green dice in the process.
Yeah. Happens.
All right, Gonzo.
I also like that because that also gives you the option to either threaten to dive in, or you can just go ahead and peel out behind this cloud, assuming that you in your 1 HP live.
Yeah, I mean, the 1 HP is a problem, but there's not much he can do about that at this point.
Yeah.
Gonzo, that's the wrong dial.
I wonder if he's considering boosting in to threaten Tempest 2. I don't think he's got the runway for it.
He's got that angle for it next to the cloud right
there. But, yeah. Oh.
It fits. Wow.
Okay.
Well, we might just see Yellow Tempest die this round.
Yeah. I mean, trading a Tempest for 1 HP of Interceptor, I don't hate it, but he's running out of leeway.
Okay, here comes the Vader's charge.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that looked like a 000 check. At this point, I think you just take the stress, right? Deny that calculation.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You don't full mods.
Ooh.
Nope, on the calculate. Wow, oof. So it looks like we've got the Vader spend as well. So
Yeah, so red has no mods right now.
red loses his focus and gives away a calculate in the process. Oof. Alright, so we got the first interceptor shot here going to Tempest. Not 100%, I didn't see which one it was, but I guess we'll know if there's a
I
mod.
didn't either. Two hits.
Alright.
It's about average. Doesn't look like he's spending, so it's red.
Yeah, 1 of 8, so that will be a shield. Question mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yellow takes a shield. The second range 1 shot here. Oof.
The second that crit came up. Take it anyways, do it.
Yeah, spend it and look for 1 of 8 for crack shot. Oh, no crack shot needed.
Don't need it.
Man, you needed paint here though. That would have felt so good on the blank out.
Yeah.
It does mean half points. Yellow gives up half points on that. But so we've got Patrol Leader looking back here.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
First red looks like. I don't think Red Tempest had much option there, nor yellow. Clean of 8 on that barrel roll. Range 1 into Red Tempest, and I'm pretty sure I think we all think this is gonna do it here, right?
Yeah, I think this is a dead interceptor.
I mean, he's lived a long time.
No, that's true.
Spin.
Every time. But every time that you take the target lock with a decimator, I swear. Yeah, that's gonna do it.
It doesn't guarantee it now. Doesn't guarantee it. Triple natties are a thing.
Nah.
But the way Gonzo's been rolling.
The way he's been rolling, he's due it. He's due the triple natties right here. I'm predicting it's happening.
This is a man who's taken stats, and he just said he's due.
Oh, just the perfect average, and that will do it for red.
Yep. So it's green versus the world. Green saber versus the world.
1 out of 3 ain't bad. Still dead.
Yeah. And you hate to see it because you would have liked to have gotten a little more there for red sacrifice.
Yeah, I think we all wanted to see them trade for yellow. That would have been poetic.
Yeah, I mean, yellow and Red Tempest both sitting on the same amount of damage at this point. And then of course Patrol Leader is just the 800-pound gorilla sitting in the corner of the room because still full health.
Yep, and he's probably at this point you're just gonna take it too hard and slam into the face of this ace over here. Yeah. Tempest 2 is probably gonna just Talon right behind him. And
Talon or 4K?
one probably just doesn't. I mean, either one. Well, hang on. Yeah, he's gonna 4K.
Yeah, I don't think the Talon gets you a shot. I mean, the 4K doesn't get you a great shot either, but
But yeah, the two hard to catch them on your grill. You got to see that one coming.
Yeah, I don't see any other move to dial in here. I don't think the 2-bank for the interceptor dodges it. Maybe
He could sniff it and do it too hard, but
you're getting awful close to that gas cloud, and I think at that point Petroleum just kills you anyways.
Yeah.
Vader lands on you, and then you eat a range 1 shot.
So it goes here. Yeah. That's not great.
I think honestly at this point accepting the bump is the best option and just take the damage from Vader, because I don't think either of these Tempests are going to have a meaningful shot on you.
Yeah, red is pretty much out the game, and then it'll be just naked too with Tempest 2.
Yeah, I think you definitely dial in a 2-bank on that interceptor, because hey, if you miss the block, great, you can boost out of arc, maybe get shot somewhere. But if you do get bumped, it's not the end of the world. I don't see where, like we said, I don't see where there's gonna be a lot of damage coming back at you.
Right.
I mean, best laid plan's nice and mint and all, though. That could always go sideways in a hurry.
The only thing Gonzo can count on is the fact that Petroleum is not going to be where he is right now.
That is true. They don't want to stop, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
No, they don't. That would have been nice.
No, that's the Decimator's buddy, the shuttle.
You know what else the Decimator is missing? The white 4K.
Hold on now. It's not missing. It doesn't deserve that. Let's not pretend like that was ever on its dial to begin with. You can get your Decimator love right out of here. Mr. 3 patrol leaders win.
Hey, one day, and that day is probably in late July. It's gonna happen. They're gonna break the bus.
We were supposed to have points. What?
Before this league started.
Thanks a lot, FFG.
Yeah.
For all we know, we could have had 3 patrol leaders on the board. Charlie, you could have had 3 patrol leaders versus Becker, and Green Dice could never have failed you.
I mean, not wrong.
One day. I just want them to do it one season just to realize that it was a bad idea.
But then why would we
do 3 ghosts?
I honestly don't know what the base cost is on a ghost. Look at Connor's set. We're still waiting on Gonzo. Looks like he's decided on his fate. So I believe we're going to start round 8 here.
Yeah.
Counter real quick. Yes, round 8.
So base ghost is 67, so one point shy.
How rude. Why would they do this?
Alright, so got the target lock here for Red Tempest, taking the bank. Just kind of a predictable maneuver here. Something simple. Charlie, you got your talent roll.
Yeah.
Okay. The line on that, the angle on that arc isn't as bad as I thought it was. So yeah, if the interceptor goes straight and gets blocked here, I think you guarantee a shot for Yellow Tempest.
Yep.
Question here is 2 hard or 1 bank?
1 hard.
1 hard. I didn't even know they had a 1 hard.
Oh yeah.
So there's the 1 hard, and never mind you're dialing in 2 bank for the interceptor. I don't think there's any escape from this block.
Unless he magically dialed in a maneuver to the left.
Sweet release of a cloud would do it, but yeah.
It's possible.
No.
Not like this.
Not like
The worst possible outcome. No.
Hey, what if you hit a cloud and you range 1 of patrol leader and you have to roll to find out if you get strained?
Yeah, that's not good.
This might be good night, Sweet Prince right here.
Yeah, that's not great.
Small silver linings, right? Yellow Tempest doesn't have a shot, and there's no mod yet for patrol leader. Alright, so the silver lining is a little more tarnished because you're only rolling 2 greens versus the 4 reds.
Jesus.
No mods. At least you don't have to hit it next turn, assuming you live. Yeah, there's no reason to not select it. That's 1 damage into green.
Okay, his bigger. Oh, you forgot to do the damage to the red.
I think he just put it on the wrong card, actually. He damaged red out earlier.
Yeah.
So clear stress. And then he comes right back with 000.
Darn, beat me to it.
Yeah, I figured I might as well say something.
Yeah, I was trying to do the same thing too.
We'll see if they even react to it. Alright, there we go. There we go. They figured it out. Alright. So, green does get the chance here to shoot Red Tempest.
Oh no, Gonzo did forget to deal out damage cards to the red base before he took them off.
Oh, okay. Well, not the end of the world. It's just, green took a damage.
Yeah. So watch this be the one time where Decimator has 0 mods, but all 4 dice are hits. And it's hits.
For focus.
I mean, not to be all confirmation bias, but that's usually how it happens. Like if you've modded up with the Decimator, you're just gonna roll blanks.
Alright, I will. I guess Charlie, you want to jump down and clarify what's going on for them, or?
I can jump down.
Yeah, that works too.
Sorry.
Alright. Let him point it out.
Four v2, gonna have a bad time.
4v2, I mean, no mods versus no mods, but a no mod 4 dice roll is expected value of 2 hits, right?
Yep.
And 2 green dice expected value is not an entire evade.
Right.
It's like 0.8 evades, which there's no partial credit here, so
Yeah.
get that sorted out. I think, let me see. I may have to actually bring him back up. Oh, no, there we go, got it.
Okay, yeah.
Right, got him sorted, thank you very much.
Yep. And I thought for a moment Gonzo was going ahead and pulling the 2 damage cards for green save. Here's the 2 cards that gain my life.
Alright, so we do have the range 1 shot here out of Interceptor into Red Tempest. So this might be Gonzo's last chance to deal some damage. 2 hits and a crit, pretty respectable. Is obstructed though, going into 4 dice.
Yeah, no crack shot. Maybe.
2 evades, make it 3 with the gas clouds, so that is not particularly meaningful. And then I think we're going to see here, this may be the end. 4 reds from Patrol Leader into what should be 2 greens for Gonzo. He's got 3 at the moment. See if they catch it. Or if it even matters for that matter. Hit crits, the 2 focus. Oh.
Yeah, we gotta call that a reroll.
Yeah, let's. If one of y'all want to hop down and just point out real quick. Right, John's on the case.
John has got it.
It helps to have an extra helping hand around.
Yeah, for real. I'm old and I don't move so good anymore. Oh, there we go. Okay. So should have the reroll. Same result.
One evade, same drill. You know what? But we got it right, and that's what matters. So it comes in.
The warm fuzzies. And it's gonna be a direct. Oh. Okay,
Just
never
so
mind. I thought that.
Wait a minute.
Oh god. Oh wow.
Wait, where is it? Where's his nubs? Where's the nubs?
Yep, he's fine.
He's fine, okay. I saw that it was like, hang on, let me zoom in.
Yeah. I was about to see
that would be a terrible way to die. Just
God.
It doesn't matter where you go, just die.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with Talon Row for the Red Tempest pilot.
I think that's a pretty safe bet.
And hear me out. I'm gonna say 3 hard to the left with Patrol Leader.
Sure, why not? That's a white maneuver. It's not like you really need mine at this point. You might as well just try to get the arc back around on target.
Turning the gun. That's it.
And maybe a 2 hard out of yellow, if that's blue or no.
Yeah, maybe.
Not blue for the Tempest, so probably just a 1 bank, just clear stress and set up for the next turn.
Grab your target lock.
No, yellow has the target lock, so yeah. You could just do it.
You're right.
Yeah, that's target lock's already there, just go for it. You already got your mod in place.
Yeah. Of course, knowing that we know this, Conor has elected to fly 2 of his ships off the board.
Somehow I don't see that happening.
He has too much of an advantage. We're going to make this sporting.
Yeah, I mean, he's really had control of the game since turn 3, thereabouts.
Yeah, I'd say when he wasn't punished for that joust, it's been incrementally his game each round.
Yeah, like it hasn't necessarily been a crushing lead for him the whole way, but he's just slowly chipped away. So that is the 4K for red and the 1 bank for yellow. Clear stress off of yellow. I mean, I guess you could focus barrel roll here. I don't know if that would really gain you anything.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Hang out.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to get the cloud next turn, whatever.
Two straight for patrol leader. Clear stress. And I guess, Charlie, you said rotate the gun. This is another chance here to rotate the gun.
Yeah.
I'm not going to claim I like it because that's a board edge right there. But
I don't know if the two cards are going to clear next turn, though.
I think Patrol Leader's safe on a 2 hard next turn. I think there's enough board space there.
Well, he could do a 1 hard, which
he just did it and I forgot he had it. So, but yes, so yeah, the 1 hard's there. So there's no worries about the board edge at all.
Yeah. Taking the target block. Staring daggers at this thing. I think the 2 hard fits. I don't know if I'd be willing to wager, but I'm pretty sure it fits.
Yeah. So that does clear stress on the straight. And I'm not convinced a boost clears that arc on that red Tempest. But maybe a boost barrel roll? Yeah, I think boost barrel roll is your clear. You just take a boost here to the left and barrel roll, and you're definitely clear. The boost might clear you, but that back corner might still hang out in the arc.
Yeah.
And there's a target lock that decided to lag behind.
No target locks left behind.
That's one of the nice things about TTS is everything's got that little hover descriptor and everything. So I mean, you're never in that awkward position that you are in real X-Men. You're like, wait, who's target?
Whose token is this? Who had this focus?
Yeah.
How many calculates have I spent this round? Says the Devon droid player.
The horror.
The match I had against Eddie on week 1, it got to a point where I looked at my ship's board, and I'm like, wait, who has which focus?
Yeah, it gets a little crowded at times.
Especially when they're like all right next to each other, and you move them.
Yeah. Guess a little bit of a debate here on the action for green. Gonzo maybe not convinced that the boost is going to clear. And I don't, even if you boost and barrel here, it delays the inevitable for a turn, right? But that next turn, Tempest has got a pretty easy path to clear his stress and just kind of run up on you. And yellow, 3 hard, you already have a lot. Go for it, right?
Yeah, shoot up the distance. Yeah, all the double repositioning in the world doesn't really help when you've got so many overlapping fields of fire.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering if Gonzo's wanting to chance try to get his arc onto red.
Maybe a boost barrel roll or something here. Oh, going for a focus.
We choosing violence over here, maybe? Rip that Band-Aid off and go out in the blaze of glory.
I mean, he doesn't have to worry about the Vader trigger this turn.
Yeah,
True.
no other concerns.
So he's suffering.
Yep. Here we go. I
right.
think that is a mutual arc exchange there. I'm going to zoom in a little and just have a look. Yeah, we've got violence here.
Let me. The lazy strategy. Yeah, it's gonna clip.
I mean, Red's only got 2 hull here, has no defensive mods. We're actually not guaranteed mutual violence because Green Interceptor could just kill him.
True.
Yeah. Like, Gonzo rolls well and Conor doesn't.
Yeah, that's an entirely possible outcome right there.
It is possible just because of the angles that we're going to hit range 2 instead of range 1 here.
And more importantly, Gonzo has to make these moves.
Yeah, I mean, the round counter is against him at this point, right? He's got to make up points.
Yeah. So I mean, this is absolutely what he has to do.
Yeah. So we were talking about how double reposition, it just kind of pushes the game along. It doesn't prevent the inevitable. And Gonzo took the single reposition that gives him the best chance at getting points out of the game.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, try to get those makeup points to help his MLB.
Yeah. So it is 3 versus 3.
Oops.
That's the wrong button to press. I think he's trying to get rid of the range indicator, but there's so many tokens on top of the Tempest he can't, or on top of the Interceptor he can't do it. There we go. Oof. Oh, that feels bad. Commit to the violence and only get the 1 hit.
Man. If he had any other pay, he wouldn't have to worry about a return shot.
Yeah, so
I mean, again, that's one that you look at. You're absolutely correct to make that move. The results are a different story.
Yeah, you can't control the dice, but you can't control where you end up. And
the silver lining, it is range 2.
That is a silver lining. You do still have your focus too.
Need all of it.
He has to have pain. And
nope. 1 taint misses.
Man.
So yeah, even with the focus spend, it won't matter. That is enough to kill Green. And that will end our game here with Conor Curry destroying all 200 for Gonzo's 76. So I guess we'll give him a second here and then bring them up. So we can have a little post-match chat, talk about where it all went wrong or where it all went right.
Depending on who you ask.
Well, we're gonna ask both of them. So. There's the
There's
That's what I like to see.
Oh, I just got the message that says you're breaking the game. Please don't.
TTS very unhappy with the table flip. I tell you what, one of y'all want to hop down and just let them know that they're about to get pulled up?
Okay.
Oh, they just pull us in? How does this work?
Oh, that was hilarious.
It's like magic.
Welcome to the commentary. The post-match post-mortem. And we're going to take a look and like I said before y'all got here, talk about what went right, what went wrong.
I went wrong. How about my whole game went wrong?
Now, Gonzo, you had some good points, you had some bad points. It's not all bad.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't see a lot of good, but okay.
I mean, you had one round where I was not expecting a single thing you did.
Yeah.
Well, Conor, we're gonna start with you, and first of all, congratulations.
Yep.
But now we are putting you on the spot, in the hot seat, and Charlie wants to know about that decimator.
Yes.
He has questions.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
The master, I'm sure, has many questions.
So every time I called a 3-bank, it was a 1-bank. You were like, obviously not bringing Big Darth to the table. So what was going through your head with your positioning play with the decimator?
So Gonzo doesn't do the things I expect him to do with interceptors.
Right.
So I wanted to keep a little bit more distance and not have to get into the arc shifting game.
That's a fair assessment. Okay.
Fair and valid answer, but you're still wrong.
I mean, I won, right?
Crowd wants to see Vader.
I mean, Vader killed 2 interceptors.
He did.
I guess he could have gotten more, but
yeah. I want to go back to turn 1 because that right there, as somebody who does fly a ton of decimators, like I did have a pucker moment because I was terrified that you were basically exposing yourself to getting a mag pulse and then getting a whole bunch of unanswered shots.
So that could have happened.
Yep, and there was something there that happened that prevented that from happening.
And I was expecting to take shots, but I was not expecting his complete abandonment of the decimator.
Mm-hmm.
That was not expected. I was expecting to get more blocks and for him to take some unmodded shots. I was not expecting for him to just nope out of that at the last second.
Well, let's put the shoe on the other foot. So Gonzo, you finished a game with a decimator that took 0 damage.
He took 0 shots.
Yeah,
Tell me, where did it all go
wrong? In the first engagement, there was in that first, I guess, second round when we went in,
Right.
I mistakenly, fifth brother was supposed to go 2 banks, and I had, I guess, put in a 2 straight. The idea being to for everybody to turn over and start, because I thought my idea at that point was he's gonna block me. I'm not gonna be able to get off my mag pulse and all my fun stuff, the way I want to. So my sneaky idea, hopefully, was to kind of move, peel out, and engage one of the Tempests and take that out and keep going and just keep going. Put distance between Vader and me, which is what I wanted to do the whole game. That's what I really wanted to do.
Well, see,
but I messed it up.
I like that answer though. I like that answer, and for the most part, Conor doing 1 banks helped. But for the most part, you did keep Vader kind of off in his own little corner.
Yep, I mean that was the idea, but I don't know. There were just a few things. The strength of this list is definitely, in my opinion, I don't know. You guys may differ, but it's in getting a solid opening. You need to get that mag pulse onslaught, really fast punch across the face, real hard, really quickly, because the list cascades very quickly once you start losing people, and they are fragile. I mean, you get a point here, a point there. Other ships can kind of absorb a little bit of punishment. These guys really can't, with 3 and no shields. So it's vital to get that opening round just right. And I don't recall flying against a decimator with this list ever, so that threw me a little bit. And as soon as I started, and frankly, I was a little intimidated by the Vader 000 combo, because I mean that is certain death for interceptors. That's like, you know, you don't have to do much of anything at that point with those if I get close. So yeah.
Although I was wondering, on that second round when you did that peel towards his Red Tempest,
Yeah.
he did the bank boost with that first interceptor instead of just
Yes, that was the
Yeah,
second. That was
I think that move saved Red
yes,
Tempest.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That move swung that opening completely, completely.
yeah. You had like, if you had a straight boost, I'm pretty sure. I think we all agreed that you actually would have had 3 crack shots on that Tempest.
Yep. Yep.
Which is probably, yeah, it dies that round.
Yeah, yeah. No, that was me getting greedy and worried about the placement of the other ships. To be honest with you, that's a lack of visualization of the board on my part. And when I saw it, I was like, oh man, I really should not have. I mean, I don't know if you guys overheard it, but Connor and I, as it happened, we both went like, oh, like he saw it,
Well,
I saw it.
I waited until he actually did it, and I went, "Oh no,
Yeah,
Gonzo."
yeah, yeah, yeah. So those were player errors. Those were unforced errors. Those two in particular.
I did like in the mid late game, like you were doing positionally a lot of the stuff that you needed to do to be patient and to try to get yourself some shots. You were losing some of the opportunities, but you were being considerably patient, which is what you need to do as an ace player. That last shooting round that you had, I mean, obviously it didn't go in your favor, but
Yeah.
we all kind of consensus identified that. I mean, that's the window that you have to look for. You
Yeah.
took your shot.
Mhm.
It didn't go the way that you wanted it to, obviously, but I mean,
Yeah, it seemed like
it's
the only.
that's still a canny way to play it.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like the only way to get, maybe some more points, just maybe some more points, and kind of, edge that up a little bit. So yeah, yeah, and Connor flies his Tempest like nobody else. I mean, we played before, and it's always a challenge. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever won a game against Connor with when he's flying Tempest. I mean, he's super strong, super strong. So, but
Yeah,
that's cool.
actually, that reminds me, Connor. Question for you: Why no 5 Tempest?
I just wanted to try something new. But not too new, because this is only my second game since February.
Oh man.
So, yeah. So I wanted to throw a little bit of a wrinkle in there and mix it up a little bit, but I I love my Tempests.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't drop them. I can't drop them completely.
Yeah, they're good. They're solid. They are solid.
Well, I think that's gonna do it for us, guys. Connor, Gonzo, both. Thank you so much for playing and agreeing to be on stream.
Yeah. Well, thanks for
Yeah.
bringing us on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And good luck to both of you. In the weeks going, and there's still 5 more weeks of League of Barons Season 2 ahead of us. So, lots of opportunity to make up some ground and to defend your position, for that matter.
Looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
Yeah. For everybody else out there, Charlie, John, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Charlie, I will see you tomorrow.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep.
Yeah,
I got a little bit of extra time to cook up something really terrible for you. But until next week, for everyone out there, be safe out there, and we will see you